And we don't stop.
Okay, so let's talk about your EP.
Okay, well, it's an EP album called Sensitivity. I have been working on that for 8 months last year with a music producer called Darren Martin, and all I can say is words couldn't express the sacrifices and the risks that I had to take in order to really get that product together, because the process it was so crazy where, you know, whether this is a financial status and stuff, and people work you and they play about with your dream, and this is why, bottom line is, don't get me wrong, the experience, I've learned a lot from it, we got the product together, but at the same time, I can honestly say that detachment is so important towards anything that you put yourself towards.
What I like is that you've kind of given yourself sort of like a banner almost, a way of sort of saying what you're about, which is like the Love Reinventor. So
yeah,
what
it.
is that name about? What does that mean to you?
Well, personally, Love Reinventor is my aura. It's what I represent. I represent love. I am love, and love is all that I am. So it's also to do with love that's being reinvented with first impressions, who you meet out in the world, and also bringing love back into music and getting the feeling back to how it was years back, because everything was about feeling, emotion, attachment, and something that everybody can be healed by. So this is why I was inspired mainly by musicians back in the day of history, because it taught a lot about realism and truth. And that is why I am the Love Reinventor, because whoever I meet, you know, I just want them to feel loved and have that healing vibration that, you know, everything is more than just talent. I am a talent plus my person, and that's what I'd rather be represented by anything. I am now sorted as an artist. I'm basically working with a group of great people now. And all I can say is I'm working on 3 singles, I'm working on a new project now, and all I can say is the sky is certainly the limit, you know.
So, so going back to this project, if someone wants to grab a copy of this, is there a place they can download it? Is there a place they can go out and buy it physically?
Yes.
Anything like that?
Yes, they can purchase it on my official website, which is officialleytonbenta.com. I'm sensitive. I mean, I'm a very sensitive character, you know. I'm a very gentle and soft type of character, you know. I know that we all have limits to us and stuff, but I wanted to present, guys, I'm sensitive, but I've accepted it, and you know, I'm very in touch with myself. I love nature, I love love, and let love be the motivation, you know. And that is the purpose. The name of the album came all the way at the end. I didn't even think of the name at first.
Okay. Yeah.
But it's like when I summed up all the topics of what was being talked about and shown, it came very naturally. I said to Darren Martin, sensitivity. He says, Leyton, sensitivity, yeah? I'm like, yeah. I'm sensitive. What can I say? And believe it or not, a lot of us don't really admit these things because we're all sensitive people.
Yeah, exactly.
Just like what Marvin Gaye says as well. And we are sensitive people. Why should my heart be lonely and long for heaven and home, when Jesus is my portion? A constant friend is he, yeah. His eyes on the sparrow. There you go, a little something.
Oh! Let's give it up for Leyton, everybody.
Used to know.
Used to know. So, pretty emotional song.
Oh yeah, it's absolutely crazy, to be honest with you. It really is.
You know what, listeners? All I'm going to say is that when I said that, Leyton's face, I could see his whole heart and soul went into that song. So there's a memory there. So I'm going to just say to people, listen to those words, because I think sometimes people don't actually listen to what's being said in a track. And
I know, and that's why things lack. People misunderstand things, and they just I don't know, they're just very opinionated, but they haven't exactly taken the time out, stop what you're doing, and listen. Just sit down, take a minute, invest the time.
I mean, that is kind of quite interesting, because we listen to music in so many different ways now. People sort of like going to work, have got it on their headphones.
Yeah.
Once we're like cooking, or we're doing something, or if we're Adam Hill's case when he's running a marathon,
yeah,
we're listening to music.
Oh, hello.
But I think from what I remember is like when I used to like had an argument with the family, it's like, I hate you all, slam the door, lie on my bed, listen to my music. That's how I used to do it, and it's just that's all I did. Yeah, that's all I did. Until they screamed downstairs saying, "How are you gonna do the washing up?" And it's like,
oof, you ain't
so,
element.
So Leyton, is this good after argument music?
Well,
we might need that, mightn't we?
Would that chill you out after an argument? With the, you know, if Kathy had an argument, slammed the door, went into a room, would it smooth her out?
Yeah, would it soothe me, do you think?
lay back in your bed and close your eyes.
Rather smooth.
I'll say that to anybody. Lay back, close your eyes, and let the music play.
A few years ago, you wrote a book. You
Yeah.
wrote a book. It was kind of well, you can explain it more, but it seemed on the surface that it was more kind of like a motivational kind of motivational self-help, self-improvement kind of book.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah. Well, expand for me.
I wrote a book when I was 17. When I was 17 years of age. I was just in my room, just on the computer, and I really, just gathered exactly where my life was and where my life is at now. And I'm just bearing in mind everything that I've seen in the world. So judging from that, I basically wanted to create something that was nothing before. And I feel as a young 17 back then, I feel it was really, really motivational to do something like that, because this is not about changing people. That's not the purpose. It's about having information that you've learned and you want to share it with people who can benefit from it. As I said, these things are absolutely free. Information's free. So if you have something that can benefit them, why don't you just share it?
Okay, so you're sharing. Was it like your experiences?
Yes, and it's like an autobiography about myself and leaderships, downfalls, obstacles, breakthroughs. It's basically bringing love in a different form. And
well, I know.
What's the title of the book? I think I might have missed that.
It was really appreciated. Kick us the title. What was the title of the book?
Change for the best.
Change for the best. Now listen to the review that this book got. Now, it obviously inspired.
Had some pros and cons with that.
Actually, it's really inspired somebody. Review said, change for the best. Inspiring read. An inspiring read, which is to the point and is fun to read with touches of humour. It leaves you wanting to do more, learn and improve. My 10-year-old daughter also read it, and I can honestly say that she took a lot away from it. I would recommend this book to all ages. It's good to know that there are still young adults around who hold strong values. Now, that's powerful. That's powerful. Yeah,
And I think what's exciting for our show is that our show is about showcasing young people who are day to day living their values, living what they believe, and sometimes against the face of what everybody expects, against negativity, against just negative attitude. So I think everything you've talked about today should inspire somebody to be brave enough to be authentic, I think, and to be authentic from the get-go, from the very start of their life, because I think you started at 9 realising that you had this talent, and from that point with the support of your family, and thankfully you have a wonderful family.
Great family
You have been
base.
able to just grow into your talent and to improve your talent and ultimately to share it.
Yeah.
And to have the sort of generosity to write a book about it, about your experiences, is powerful.
It absolutely is. Now,
What I can basically say is, you know, if you know in your heart it's what you want to do and everything, then make sure wherever you go with it, it's going where you envision it to go. Once you discover exactly why the reason you're doing what you're doing, things will gradually flow from there. And I actually mean that, it's not just a saying, but once you know exactly what you want and you know where the meaning is coming from exactly, let that take over. Just be loose, have fun with it, but be aware. Be aware at the same time.